Chi-Town, honey. Culture connects. Real life talk, real stories, real people. From the city lights to the hard days too. Every conversation got a deeper truth. Pain, love, hustle, laughter, and growth. Speak it from the soul, never sugarcoat. Voice so smooth with a powerful vibe, turning life lessons into something alive. Every guest got a story to tell. Truth hit hard when the words land well. If you ever felt lost, if you ever felt pain, tune in, hear the truth through the rain. Everybody got scars, everybody got goals. Culture connects, speaking straight to the soul. Chi-Town, honey, got the city on glow. Talking real life, let the whole world know. Culture connects, let the stories unfold. Real ones speak truth, never doing what's told. From the
Peace and love, everybody. Sorry for the delay. But we was coming. We was coming. So I thank you guys for your patience. When you setting up these lives, all type of different things happen. So we ran into a few technical difficulties, but me and my brother are here, and we thank you all for your time, your patience, and your viewership. Welcome, Brother Swift. What's going on?
Hey, sister. How you doing?
Peace and love.
Peace and
I'm
love.
doing. Look, this trip didn't took a lot out of me. I didn't got a cold and everything in Minnesota.
Yeah, I think I got a little bit of sniffles too,
Man, this is crazy. But it was well worth it. I had a ball. Even though it was a solemn occasion, I had never been to Minnesota. And I couldn't not go to send my brother off. Sharif was such a great person. Every time I talk to him, he always has some words of encouragement. He talked plenty of a sugar honey iced tea too, but he always had some words of encouragement for me. So
absolutely great, man. Yeah.
So how you feeling over there? I know that this been a rough time for you. What's going on with you?
It's just been rough. The reality of it, being that I've been really around him for so many years and talking to him on the phone almost every other day, and just hearing his voice, being able to have him as a source of guidance when I go through things. I can call him and he always have an answer or a resolution, or make me find it inside myself. I mean, just to not even have that just with him no more, it's kind of difficult. It's still a little bit unreal, but I'm just trying to make it, man. 'Cause after them homegoings, man, when you're around the family and friends, you embrace each other, and it's kind of but when you go home and when everybody go home, it gets to the point now it's like you have to find a way to readjust without that person in your life. So I think I'm at that point of trying to find a way to readjust myself without Sharif.
I think a lot of people are gonna have that same issue because he plays such a pivotal role in a lot of people's lives,
Yeah.
And so I know he's gonna be greatly missed. He's definitely gonna be missed by us. So now, Chief Swift, when you think of Sharif, what is the first memory that comes to mind, and what does that moment tell us about the way he truly was?
With me, as far as the first memory come to mind, upon meeting him, I had a couple close associates with me all the time when I was around Sharif, and this one particular time, man, he knew me and this guy was really close. That was like my little brother at the time. And one time he got in a little trouble, and Sharif came directly to me and he was like, "Hey, I heard about what he did. I need you to go ahead and render some justice towards him." And I'm like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, you gotta go." And man, honey, I'm like, said about self, like, man, is you serious?
Not my homie.
I'm like, man, my homie, and man, I had to do it.
Right.
And after for a minute, I was a little bit upset. I was bitter, but then I just learned at that particular time that he did that for a reason, because he was trying to tell me that I have to learn how to take my feelings out of this, and I can separate my feelings from the law, from justice.
Mm.
I think when he did that, that's when I started learning. Not only it was just it was the second time around when that happened, and he wanted me to stand up and say something because of an incident, and I was like, man, why you picking me? And this is the second one of my guys that I'm close to. And it took some time to realize, okay, he want me to separate myself from my personal feelings,
Yep.
and learning how to just deal with stuff head on as being a leader. And I wasn't even considering myself a leader at that time. So I was just like, man, why he keep picking me to do this? Other people, like, he wants you to do his dirty work. But in the end result, I was like, he's really teaching me law.
Yep.
We say take our feelings out of it. We not nice lords. And yeah, at the point in time, I was like, man, I ain't gonna tell him I'm cool with nobody. I don't even want no friends to be like, hey man, this is my buddy, because he's like, yeah, no. Might be. He told me one day, like years later, he said, man, if instructed, they'll do it to you. So you have to be able to learn how to distinguish that. Don't keep all your feelings involved in this, as far as with your friends, man. When Vice Lord began, friends ends, as the saying goes. He really taught me that, and I was like, wow. I learned it the hard way, but I learned it, and I thank him for that.
For sure. I had to learn that the hard way too. I don't want to tell my story though.
We're gonna get to it before it's over.
Now, Chief Sharif was known as a leader, a peacemaker, and a mentor. What made his leadership different, and why did so many people trust and respect
him? So what I've seen and experienced, he walked by faith, not by sight.
Okay.
And he was always the guy that I think people trusted him because what he stood up for. Not only did he stood up on it, he went out there and demonstrated that right there in the presence of the people. He wasn't the guy that sit there and just pointed the way. He was always on the field. And I think because he was on the field, actually showing people exactly how to do things, I think we learned how to trust, respect, and appreciate his ability to be a leader. I mean, it was a couple of times I was in an incident, and he'd be like, come on. And I'm like, where you going? Versus knowing other leaders, they'll just sit back and be like, hey, you go. So
right.
The trust, respect, and the leadership ability came from him always standing up and standing in the midst of the people instead of standing behind the people, telling them what they need to do. That's what I actually experienced from him.
Okay. I'm over here. We got a lot of viewers. We got a lot of comments.
How y'all doing?
They just saying peace and love and almighty, you know what I mean? But
peace and love.
Yeah. So you had the privilege of working alongside him. Can you share a moment with Chief Sharif's wisdom and guidance where it changed the direction of a situation, or even changed your life personally, besides the rendering of the justice?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll just give you the story, and this is exactly how he molded me into this. When I first came into that system where he was at, I was just Brad, my government name.
Okay.
And behind that name, it was a whole lot of stuff that I was doing that always led me back into being incarcerated. And when we go back into Black Sam, which was Sharif's former name, he had that name out there that was when Black Sam pulled up, man, you know it was a different type of business. And I think during the time I got incarcerated, as he made his transition at the time to being Sharif from Black Sam, in this facility, I was always being groomed, I guess, by the creator, putting me in a place to become Swift. And the meaning of that word, he gave me that name, Swift. And when I say he gave me that name, he put that star behind my name.
Okay.
and that star was able to carry me into a level of leadership responsibility. And by just being able to say I'm Swift and I'm got my blessings from Sharif, it put me in a circle of a multitude of people that can learn and respect and also watch me. So that I was able to make decisions not just for myself that Brad used to make. I'll be able to use that star system as I had to learn how to make decisions for the multitude of people.
Mm.
And I think at the time that he was blessing me with that, I learned to want for myself what I want for my brothers and sisters. So my decision making, it always came from being more useful to the family, community, and nation, as a whole. And I think by him stamping me with that name, it gave me more responsibility to sit back and say, okay, no, I can't do this as the old me used to do. I have to do this as the new me that he blessed me with. And I just got to give it up to the creator, because as he made this transition from Black Sam to become Sharif, when the Sharif part kicked in, it became the more political person, the more humble, peaceful person, the more leadership type of person. And when he made that transition from Brad to Swift for me, I adopted those traits instead of the Black Sam traits. And that's was the start of my journey. And that's what personally my experience with him.
Okay. Okay. Now, we all know Sharif dedicated so much of his later years into bringing peace to the communities. In today's climate, what do you believe he would be telling the next generation of young leaders about unity, accountability, and real leadership?
I think today, as well as all the years he had told me, unity don't only stop with us and our family. It starts in the community when we dealing with other people that have different understandings under the umbrella that they under. And I think today he would tell us, instead of us being more worried about unity for our particular family, we got to go over there and sit down with brothers in the different organizations and learn how to coexist and be unified with them.
Mhm.
My mindset wasn't on that before I met Sharif. I was strictly like, what we say is what we say and what I believe in, and I don't care about nobody else's belief system. And I think when I started seeing Sharif, the respect he had with other organizations, how he spent a lot of time mingling with other organizations, that's when I learned that, hold on, unity as a whole, what we trying to do is unify collectively with other families. And I think today, I think he will still instill that thought to the youth, like, hey man, instead of beefing with these brothers as far as what we call the ops, let's go ahead and unify with them, because we stronger together with our ideals, and let's push this fence. That's why he has so many different programs. That was multitude of different organizations was a part of, and to me, that's what unity was, and that's what I think he would tell the people, because that's the way he showed me all the time.
Yes, yes, yes. You know, in hindsight, I wish we could have either had Queen Sue or Reverend McAfee on here to discuss that 21 days of peace that they took around the country. Because I know that she was a part of that as well, and
Yep.
you know, yeah, because he definitely left his mark. I'm so I'm so thankful that I even get a chance to get to know him and actually talk to him. I didn't meet him through you. I met him through my cousin Lance up in Minnesota.
Wow.
And Sharif welcomed me with open arms, and he gave me his phone number, and he like, call me sister. you know. And and I would call and check on him every now and then, and he would always have a positive message along with the talk. But
Yeah.
man, I always left laughing. We always ended the phone conversation with "I love you," but it was always some laughter in the situation.
Always.
And that was great because you never know what a person is going through. Sharif used to be in pain and still be cracking jokes. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a beautiful relationship just to be a part of his circle. You know what I'm saying? Like for him to embrace me like he did. So
Yeah.
I'm very thankful.
Yeah.
Very.
For him to have a 21 days of peace, summoning all the organizations to stop the violence for 21 days. And let's come together. Let's come up with ideas and concepts and pray together so we can all unify together just for 20
Yes.
days so we can see how far we can go. I mean, that was a wonderful time and a great idea. I mean, he called me all the time about it. Hey, you need to start that. And I was trying to mimic everything he said. But, the key thing, like you said, even in his pain, he always found a way to crack a joke.
Didn't he? Oh
You
man,
know,
Sharif.
yeah, if he says, I'm like, man, look,
Yes.
pain, even his pain, I was like, man,
Yeah. Yeah. So that took that was strength, that was courage, you know, that was a lot of things balled up into one. You know what I'm saying? Sharif, like I said, Sharif was the great guy. Oh my goodness.
wonderful guy, wonderful guy.
Yes, yes. Now, if Sharif was watching this podcast tonight, what would you want to say directly to him? And what do you hope people will remember most about the legacy that he leave behind?
I would just say first, I would just thank him, because at the time I didn't believe in myself. He did. At the time I didn't even think I would become a leader as far as being a more powerful voice for us. He did. He saw something in me, man, that I didn't even think existed. He gave me peace. He gave me a peace of mind. He gave me a understanding how to move forward. And man, if he was just listening right now, I just would tell him thank you. I salute him. I appreciate him so much for everything that he instilled in me and standing up for us all, speaking for us on a multitude of platforms he had, giving us a identity that we all can sit back for many years to come and say, hey, this was one of our leaders, and we are a part of that. So I would just like to say thank you, Sharif, man, for all you done, and thank you for just opening the door to pull out what I never thought that existed inside of myself. And people that's always looking at the negative, they have to. I'm not telling them to remove that thought, right? I'm telling them don't forget to add the positive,
That
because
part.
in the midst of the storm, in some of his darkest hours, he came up out of there, and he succeeded several times. But I think our people always want to stop at the negative side, like, hey, this person did this person did this. But through that tunnel, when you look at the light of it, what did he come out to be?
Man.
So when we got other people telling our narratives about our leaders, they only gonna highlight the negativity. You know, it's our job to say, hold on, what about the positive things? Maybe he did this in your eyes, but he did this also. Maybe he made this decision that y'all might not agree upon, but he made all these other decisions that benefit us as a culture, as a people. So I
Yes.
would like our people, right, to start more highlighting the good that he did as well as the dark times that he was in. That's what made him a leader, because through adversity, he always found a way to come out. Even yourself said, even on his hospital bed, even in pain,
Yes.
he brought brightness to us. I mean, he smiled. Even
Yeah.
in his darkest hour, he found something to pull out of us to let us know it's okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's what I want our people to start looking at, man. And our narrative with our leaders cannot continue to be shaped by everybody else's narrative, because they don't want us to celebrate our leaders. They want to celebrate, their leaders. There's some of them that did the most to divide us and cause division amongst us. So some of us do some of the little bitty small things that might not be in accordance to their science. Hey man, look at the result of where they're going with it. He
That
wasn't, and just like a lot of us wasn't. I made a lot of mistakes, but if he didn't put his arm around me when I was acting a fool, I would never be able to put my arm around other people.
yes. Yes.
So
Yes. Pardon the body. Uh, appropriate content is commenting. I want to ask, is this Chaz? Because I've been talking. Chaz been on my line. We've been talking today, right?
yeah.
You remember Sister Chaz,
Oh man,
right?
I do.
Yeah. So I told her that we were coming on tonight to commemorate Minister Sharif's life, and 7:03. She was on my phone, like, where y'all at?
Hey, I hope Chaz is on there.
Yeah, and it's her birthday. Happy
Oh, happy
birthday, Chaz.
birthday,
Yes,
Chaz.
yes, yes.
Yep,
Happy
happy soul
birthday,
day.
sister.
Happy soul day.
Yes, yes, yes. I just had to put that out there because they keep commenting. These, I don't know if you can see the comments, bro, but we got a live audience tonight. I thank you all for watching, man. I really appreciate this. Keep commenting, ask some questions. You know, we available. Swift, I don't want to interrupt you, but I want to throw this. Okay. I don't know what they mean bio, ma'am, but oh, okay, okay, okay. Now I see you, Bookie. Hey, here she go.
All right.
That appropriate content wasn't her, but she on here. Happy birthday.
Man,
Now,
happy birthday, now, Chaz.
yeah, he's
Yep.
in love, Queen. Look, I want to play this video. Some of it doesn't have any words, so we'll be able to talk a little bit through it. But there's some Reverend McAfee. There's a few things I wasn't able to get everything in. You know, I've been having technical difficulties all day, you guys. But pardon my body. But here we go.
All right.
Oh shoot! I wish I could have made this bigger. Now hold on. See, let me add it back to the stage, and I'm trying to pause it. Let's see. Let's see if I can go back a little bit because I want to talk about that hard work that we did with this obituary. You
Oh,
guys, Swift worked me. Okay, right here. This flag, you guys. Yeah, I'm telling
yeah.
you.
Okay.
Swift called. He wanted a flag. He sent me the picture, and he said he wanted a crescent moon. Swift, could you tell us the reason why you were asking for this particular demo?
Well, you know, it's just the picture alone. When you zoom in and look at the picture, that symbolizes the ability of him being a teacher. The way he was up there teaching at that time to the multitude of people, that's what we want people to see. And we want to raise that up in the standard as a form of the flag, letting people know we watching him fly high over the multitude of people that was teaching these lessons. And I think out of all the pictures I got, that's my best picture because that's saying Sharif. That's
Yeah,
that's that's showing the ability of him teaching and always, on the mic, giving lessons out to the people. And we all know the crescent moon, as we put him next to the crescent moon in order for us to highlight the success and the understanding with the black and gold. That's why I really picked that picture, man. I wanted added to that as one of our flags.
okay. There we go.
Yeah, I mean that picture, man, says a lot. Good queen,
Cohesive
good queen.
Husband Sharif. Yeah. Oh,
But
Bucks. Thank you, Bucks. Hold on. I got to say thank you to Brother Bucks, man. He showed us a wonderful, he showed us some good hospitality, up there, and it was a blessing. He made our t-shirts. Man, I thank you, brother.
absolutely,
I don't
absolutely,
know where
brother.
across the
T-shirts
country
for
you
us,
got
man.
togetherness and somebody else. I
But
prepared the food for y'all down there, so I don't want you to wait too long. So we go to Cleveland, and what's
I
interesting,
can't hear the pastor
every
real
summer,
good. Let me see here, because there should be some more to this. Just making sure I had 12 minutes of content.
man, I appreciate a being Buck now. Those brothers out in Minnesota really, really
that if they hadn't have done the things that
laid it
they've
down
done,
red
I
carpet
don't
out
know
for us.
where across
They really
And
did.
I'll
They
take that
really
as if
did.
somebody else can.
They really did. They showed up, and them brothers showed up and showed out.
And they did.
Uh, for sure. For sure. Like I said, that was my first time going to Minnesota. And the love from them brothers and them sisters was, man, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Thank you all for showing us the love. And Brother Dre, you showed up and you showed out for us. Thank you, bro.
Oh, and man,
Woo!
he took I mean, he took us all throughout that city, man. He wouldn't even let us go back to the hotel to rest without him calling. Man, where you at now? What do y'all want to do? And that man took us to so many places, man. And just through in the midst of that time we was going through it, man, he showed us a better side, something to laugh and be cheerful about. And man, I really appreciate that brother Troll, man. I mean, because he opened the doors for us to be able to enjoy some of the historical things that Minnesota has to offer as well. So I appreciate that, brother Dre.
Oh man, he stepped up. He
Uh,
stepped up. Brother Dre stepped up. Thank you, brother. Thank you. And I want to give a shout out to Sister Shy, right?
mhm.
She took us to that school and she treated us to a beautiful dinner, and we were able to fellowship and just communicate with one another in such a powerful way. I
Yeah,
thank her for opening up her doors for us and allowing us to see what they had going on. And that was so inspiring. You know,
definitely.
I want something like that for the Aisha sisters. Like that, we need something like that. They showed out.
And it was amazing that we got to that school and we was able to sit down and go through almost 2 hours of powerful lessons at the round table
Yes.
and elaborate and bounce ideas off each other. Everybody in the room was a part of the conversation, and everybody was heard. And it was wonderful that we can come together at a time like that and still try to find a way to come up with future plans for us as a whole, so we can
Yes.
learn how to coexist and show the world who we really are instead of just showing the negative side that ones keep want to highlight. But man, that sister, man, she laid down them rooms at that Hilton. I mean, man, we went to that Hilton, man. She made sure she took care of us and all the accommodations was there. And man, I also want to give a shout out to that brother AB, man, because in the midst of that, seeing Sharif, honey, y'all came to me, man. I was at the state of mind that it just knocked me down. And that brother really made sure I was okay. I mean, he walked with me everywhere I went, um, and shared that pain with me. And for you and the sisters coming that hallway at that time and really comfort me, and I remember you was telling me just let it out, and
Yeah.
just let it out. And I was trying to find a way not to because I wanted to be more involved in the service, but it was just like, man, at that particular time, I didn't know where I was at. And I just remember you and the sisters huddling around me. They was like, man, it's gonna be okay, and let it out, man. And I was able to get back on my feet right then and there, and walk back in that service, man, and sit down and gather myself. And I appreciate that because man, sometimes people seem to forget how powerful the woman touch and wisdom will be at a time that a man will fall. Because I know right then and there, man, everybody in that hallway saw me as a fallen man, you know. But you picked me up, honey, and I really, really, really appreciate that. You didn't even go in that service until you made sure I was okay, and I really, really appreciate that.
That's what we're supposed to do. See, and it's unfortunate that a lot of ones um, don't subscribe to that mantra. But at the end of the day, if I am you and you are me, your pain is my pain. When you hurt, I hurt. You understand what I'm saying? I had a situation a few days prior to that, and I called you.
Yeah,
You didn't hesitate. You understand what I'm saying? There was no hesitation. Sis, I'm on it. I got you. You understand me? And that means a lot to me. But I also know you, and I understand that you know, our generation, we're walking this golden path together, side by side, hand in hand, arm in arm. We are only as strong as our weakest link. And so it is up to us to always uplift and encourage one another to be our higher selves. And when we're going through something, it is our responsibility to be there for one another in that time. So, you know, when I'm going through, you there for me. When you go through, I'm there for you. That's what it's all about.
Man, absolutely, man. And like I said, man, just in the midst of that time, y'all really showed me character. Y'all really was polite. Y'all really just held me up. And y'all showed the definition of what the sisterhood is all about, you know, backing the brothers up and being the strength also to the brothers when they fall. You know, and I can't them brothers, man, in Minnesota, I mean, they came through. They hospitality was almost unmatched. You know, a lot of them brothers I was looking in their eyes, man, they was hurt because they've been with him all their life, a lot of them since they was young, but they never not assisted us and made sure every second of the way we was all right. I got a lot of respect for them brothers and sisters in Minnesota, man, because they carried us through those dark times. I mean,
They really did. They really did.
shout out to that brother Tay too, man, because he stayed on the line even when he left at night. He'd call, "Hey man, you need something, all right? Man, you want something to eat? You want to go?" I said, "Man, I'm all right." Man, he called me like 24/7. How the brothers feeling? How the sisters doing? And you know, they just rolled the red carpet in a way that I didn't even expect it. You
Yeah.
know, I didn't even expect it.
Yes, indeed. Like I said, the whole experience was truly beautiful, you know. But listen, I want to crack a joke right fast, right?
Right?
Now we at the cemetery, right? I don't know if you heard the pastor, but he was talking about how Sharif used to fire AB on his day off, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He be like, he said he'll be calling AB talking about something. Don't bother coming back. Right?
Right. Yeah.
And AB said he show up the next day like ain't nothing happened. Baby, listen here. You know, it was just a beautiful demonstration to just be part of all of that. You know what I'm saying? And that really tickled the mess out of me because AB was like, and did, you know,
Yeah.
like,
He
and
did, man.
everybody was laughing, shot. Everybody was just so tickled. You know what I'm saying? So I could just imagine Sharif because you know, I know he had a very serious side, but I could see him firing AB and AB showing up the next day. And then they said he show up with his shirt on, like his work shirt on.
Right.
And
Right.
they like,
Just hear
you
that.
ain't been wearing it.
You ain't hear that man say you fired, man. He just literally
Oh
said,
my gosh.
and it's like, you know, the relationship. I think, in my experience, in listening to that, Sharif warnings wasn't just for disciplinary. His warnings was like, get up and do your job.
Yeah.
You know, you need to get up and do your job. I think that's what his warnings was about, man. But you know, when he said that at the cemetery, I was like, "Wow!" AB stood up. Yeah, God, I think the pastor. I'm telling you now, this three words, you still fired.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man. It was, you know, and I'm saying that to say like, you know, even though Sharif is gone, his memory will last through all of us. You know, we all got some funny stories, some crazy, some, you know what I'm saying? Some things might be a little sad, but we all got stories about Sharif, you know, and that's what keeps our legacy going. That's what keeps our memory alive, you know. So I just thank God for them brothers and sisters and Pastor McAfee, Reverend McAfee, man,
Ooh-wee.
you are an outstanding individual.
Wow, wow.
Outstanding. I wish I could upload the video of him singing. Cause man, y'all, that man can blow. Okay. When I say blow, he can blow. He can blow. Man, he did his one too. He definitely did.
Yeah, he did, man. He did. He did.
Yeah.
He was really, really, really Sharif's friend.
Yes.
And man, he has Sharif, man, in best interest at heart, man. I mean, you can just feel it. You
Yeah.
can feel it the way he preached. He got up there, had that sermon. Even the sermon before the sermon, just talking to him on the phone, he was always leading us up there into a sermon where he was just, you could feel the passion with that, man. And when he got to singing, it was just like, man, it was like he was directly singing to Sharif.
For real.
Yeah, man.
I,
Shout out to Maccabee, man. You know, I got a lot of love and respect because I know deep down inside, without a shadow of doubt, he really, really was Sharif's true friend.
yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Sister Angela, I mean, hey man, his staff, when Angela came and he introduced me to her for that obituary, I mean, talking about putting her foot down and respecting us for
Yeah.
every detail
Everything.
and giving us the floor. Like, how do y'all want this? What do y'all want? How do y'all? And it's like, man, you know, okay, giving us the sessions in there that like exactly how y'all want it, and to be patient with us because a lot of things that we want to share on obituary, it's too emotional time. But she was like, man, don't worry about it. Call me back tomorrow and I'm gonna help you through it. She walked us through not just the obituary, it was just the moment that we was trying to gather our thoughts and memories together to put that on the paper. That she was silenced and she was careful that not even interrupt us. She was just there and she still called and check.
Yeah.
You know, man, she still called and check. Man, a big shout out to her, man, because like I said, she really, really her and those sisters, man, her and Chaz, and they came with it. You know, they came with it.
Okay. Now I got one for you.
Okay.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
Do you remember the old man original oath? Do you remember the oath?
uh, yeah, too, man. It was tricky because it was like something that I haven't heard in a very long time. When he did it, I'm like, oh man, yeah,
Okay, y'all. That's the side joke, right?
yeah. It was like,
Okay. So they wanted the old man to say something in Sharif's obituary, right? So he said a bunch of, heartfelt things. And then Swift asked him to recite the old oath that that the old man and Sharif would recite back and forth to one another, right? And they wanted me to type it, right?
right.
The old man spit that stuff so fast, y'all. I wish I'd have had a recorder, okay? Because I done asked him to repeat himself like 5 times.
It was
You
about
do
six.
not ask a man that's over 80 centuries, 80 decades old, 80 decades, not centuries, 80 decades old, to repeat something more than once, more than twice. Because you're on your way to getting cussed out, right?
Yeah.
So I felt his frustration. So Swift decides to record it. But in the midst of the recording, I'm typing. Okay. So we got a whole lot going on, you guys. But here's that oath. I'm 62 across my chest. I fear nothing but God and death. I got a tombstone opportunity, a graveyard man, and I don't mind dying because I am Vice Lord.
I am. Vice.
I am. Y'all heard it, right? I am.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, getting him to even say that and incorporate that, because he was talking directly to Sharif.
Yes. Yes.
And man, he said it so fast, so fluent. Even like us today, when we quoting some of the things our laws, some of us can say it so fluent to the point,
Yeah.
But man, I think when you asked him about 6 times, I'm looking at you like, honey, now I'm trying to play it off because he like, huh? And you like just one more time, and I'm like, I'm trying to tell him what I tell him, like, hey, he's like typing, texting as you talking, so No, honey, she got to get the periods, the quotation marks. She got to get every little increment of what you're saying because the
Y'all know
professor
I'm
is,
OCD. Everything got to be right. You know what I'm
he's
saying?
just
And I
flowing
type fast, but he was going. He's. I'm talking about. He spit that stuff like he do it every day.
every day, man, every
When
day.
you, I was so amazed.
And I'm like, well, hold on, because I think about that the 17th time, because I think you lowball it. You know, that number
He
5,
was like, I'm
17th
just gonna
time.
hold on, pops. I'm just gonna record you. Say
I'm
it
like, yeah,
again.
Pop, I'm just going ahead and record you. And then that was like, nah, I gotta ask.
Ooh,
You know, so when I asked me,
look,
I record. I said, yeah, we got it.
look, look. You see, Chuck B. Blowing say he fired me every day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Chuck. Yes, sir. But man, shout out to Mr. Rico, man, because you know I know how close they was, and I seen it during the time we was preparing the oath for him to even talk about it. I seen it, and I you know I never seen him like that before, and I was like, wow, this is over 60 years. And when you talk about the beginning stages, this is over. You know, this is his last friend from a particular era.
Yes.
And I'm like, for him to quote and talk about this, it was like, man, you know, it was amazing, man. It was amazing, you know, and so it's a lot of history inside of that obituary. You know, it's a lot of history there. You know, people get the chance to get the original oath that they was using back in they days, 15, 16 years old. So, you know, a lot of history.
He said he was with him every minute of the day. And he said he definitely wore the shirt once a week. So this got to be AB.
Oh yeah, AB, hey, listen here, yes, absolutely. Every time, you know, me and AB have our side jokes, but man, you know, every time, you know, Sharif would call me, he'd be like, call AB, you talk to AB, and you know, our communication, I mean, it was always on point. It was always on point. And man, like I said, the fact that he was with me most of the time and he gave me my space to vent, you know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at him, I'm looking at his face, I'm knowing that he's tore down too,
Yeah,
but he just
yeah,
had enough strength to be like, you know, get it out. And man, every time I look up, he was right beside me. He was like, brother, you okay? And you know, I'm really like, no, but I think he knew the answer. And you know, he just walked with me. We just walk. And just that brother being there, man, it's just like Sharif really, really gave a impact to those brothers up there, man, because they strength carried us through the midst of that situation. Yeah, it says a lot about the fruit. You know what tree you're coming from. You know.
well, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Man, you know, just a blessing, man. It was, it was just a blessing to even know him. Brother Chuck said, "Yes, sir."
Yes, Chuck.
He laughing at us. Don't be laughing. We laughing at you too. How
Yeah.
you get fired on your day off smoking?
Yeah, man. I thought I think that's what everybody was laughing at. You know, that was outside of Minnesota that never heard that story. Because first thing I'm like, man, you got fired on your day off,
Yeah,
and then he got dressed and went right back like nothing happened.
yeah.
Yeah, nothing
Man,
happened.
that was hilarious. Okay.
Yeah, man, and you know, big ups to Sam, man. You know, big ups to Sam, man, because like I said, he went through it, and he stayed strong. He built his life, built his legacy, and through the midst of everything they tried to do to his dad planted some good seeds in him also, so he can become
Yes.
a better person and a better student of life. And for have those stories and the things that he got going on up there, man, this is that's really a reflection of the good side of Sharif. You know, that's the good things of what he brought. I'm talking about when we dealing with the family, you know. So when you look at Sam, man, you look at Sharif, you like, man, like he said at the home going, it's like all this negativity that they're saying about my dad, you know, that's all they dwell
Yeah.
the negativity, you know, and what he did wrong. But looking at him, he's like, look at me,
Yeah.
you know, look at me, look what I brought to the world. So
Yeah.
if y'all want to keep talking and whispering about the negativity, I'm a product of the positivity standing right before y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Much love and respect to that brother Sam. Also, I
Oh
mean,
yeah. Oh
so
yeah. Black Sam hit him though. I love what he said. Like he was saying how like he was trying to like be innovative and stuff, and he was like, yeah, I started this business, and my dad said, yeah, I did that already. Yeah, I started this. And my dad said, yeah, I did that already. So that says a lot about both of them as men, as leaders. You know what I'm saying?
right,
That tells me that Sharif planted good seeds, and it also tells me that even though, like Sam said, his dad was away for the majority of his childhood,
right,
right? The apple still didn't fall too far from the tree as far as the business mindset, the serial entrepreneurship, the love for the people, the love for the community. Some things are just in you, it's not on you. So yeah, that's a blessing. That's truly a blessing.
definitely planted some good seeds, man. In due time, they sprouted the right way, you know,
Yes.
and that's why I have a lot of love and respect for Sharif. I mean, just he just was the message that he brought. He really cared about the people. You
For
know,
sure.
you get done talking, he cared about the people, man. He always found the
Yeah.
way to stand up for the community and the people. He's doing it
Yeah.
6 years.
Yes. And I think that to me, that was the most that was why I wanted to meet him, because I had heard so much about his peacekeeping, and you hear about the people past and stuff, all that's cool, but what you're doing now. And he really worked hard to be a better person. You know what I'm saying? Like Reverend McAfee said, see, I didn't know Black Sam. And
Right.
I'm kind of a little glad I didn't know Black Sam, because Black Sam sound a little scary. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
But Sharif was my man.
absolutely.
You know.
And that's the transition, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
transition. We're gonna leave people, like I said, with that Black Sam. Y'all can keep talking about that, but we over here, we talking about Sharif.
Yes.
And when you talk about that name, man, there's a lot of positivity that came from that, a lot of good seeds that came from that name. Like I
For
said, I didn't get my blessing from Black Sam. I got it from Sharif. Like I said, the part that made that transition, you know. So
exactly.
proud to say, yeah, I came from that Sharif cloth.
Oh yeah, and he definitely laid a great foundation. Um, I don't want to go too deep in it with you, but all the elders took a liking to you. I believe, like Highsmith said, it was because of your respect for your elders that made them want to cuff you and reach out to you and draw you in. See, everybody saw something.
Right.
Everybody saw something in you, you know. But I tell you that all the time, like, I think you're a phenomenal person, a phenomenal man, a great leader, and I know that, you know, you were born a leader, but you were cultivated by the gentleman that cuffed you throughout your life. And because everybody poured something different into you. And I'm so thankful for them pouring
Mm,
into you, because as my leader, and I tell you this all the time too, but I want to tell it to the world, you have changed the trajectory of how we carry ourselves, right?
mm,
You know, even though you spend time away, uh, you don't carry yourself as an institutionalized person. You speak with reason, you speak with calmness, uh, and a lot of knowledge, wisdom, discernment. And I'm just grateful that God put you in my life, because you have helped shape who I am and who I am trying to grow into. And I really just appreciate that. I want to give you your flowers, brother, because when it's all said and done, like, I really do feel like You have made us all better people. And I want to thank you for that in public, because I tell you this in the sidebar all the time, but I don't want to be one of those people that can tell you something in private and can't say it in public. So I have to give you your flowers when I say that.
I appreciate it. And I'm glad that you were able to share that with me sometime, because I'm always questioning myself. You know, I do it with you, like, hey, am I doing the right thing? How y'all feel? Am I, helping the people, or did I make the right decision? Because some people will get in a leadership position and they stop. They feel like I am that. And there's nothing else to learn from it. I mean, I'm only here, I'm just the best student slash teacher. So even when I try to make decisions, I try to go to the people like, hey, how did y'all feel about that? Because I always have to adjust myself, because leadership is about moving in time, and we always have to elevate. And I
Yes.
thank the creator for real, because at the time I went to the federal penitentiary, I was there with the Rangers, the AZs, the AK and Ikes, the Highsmith, the Larry family, man, Sharif, the Ray Coopers, man. I mean, I was there with all of them at that time, and being young, it's just stuck in me from my upbringing to respect my elders. And I always spent time listening to them and watching. Not only that I listened to them, I watched how they was dealing with situations. How was they responding to those things? And I think as a leader, the people want to see how we respond to things, because we always getting tested. People always trying to test us and test if you the message you bring, or how would you respond. So we got to be really careful how we respond. So I'm really thank God that those guys, man, because say it takes a village to raise a king. And I thank all them brothers that took time out of their life. And I'm also glad that at the time that I got with those guys and I met them, it was at the time that they was in a humblest stage. You know,
Mm.
they was in a humblest stage. So I got the high from here. I got the Sharif from here. I got the AK and them from here. Now, and the creator just decided to put me where I needed to be at the time to get those lessons. And so it wasn't just it's nothing I did but learn how to humble myself and listen, because everything we think we can do, we got guys 70, 80 years old that did it 10 times. So when we get arrogant and think I know better than them, man, we got walking libraries right now that we don't even use. We got to utilize them. So I'm
Yeah.
always asking questions, searching from answers from my elders. I'm always going to do that, man, because like I say, anything I can think about, they probably already did several times. And I'm just so humble that I was able to be around these guys, man, to help me learn. And and they pulled it out of me. What was in me that I never discovered, they pulled it out of me. And then nothing I tried to be, I wasn't asking to do it. I never, sucked up into doing it. I was just being the person that I am, respecting my elders, and try to read and understand what's a better way I can incorporate this system of what we believe into my life. And once I learned to incorporate in my life, it's not an act,
There
you
you
know,
go.
it's just something just so natural to be. That's
Yeah.
why that's why I say, man, shout out to Mark, because WeVL is a movement, it's a culture. You know, WeVL.
That's
It's
right.
pulled across the
Thank
text.
you, Skinny Lord. I got mine too. When I saw you
Uh,
with yours on, I wanted to change, right? I wanted to throw my t-shirt on, right? But I'm sick and I ain't got no makeup on. So I ain't want to look like a little boy. With the because it's what I'm saying. I ain't no, I wasn't
Hey,
gonna
man,
do
we
it
we
today.
we looking at the message, man. We ain't tripping about the
Right.
message. At the message, man. This
Man, I'm still a
culture, this
woman.
this WBL as a culture.
Yes,
Y'all shout out to Mark Sutherland and Brother Skinny, man. Y'all
yes. Skinny
tap
Lord.
in with brother.
Thank you. And he pulled up in Minnesota with his son. Thank
Yes,
you,
yeah.
Lord. Thank you. Thank you.
And them brothers.
I was so happy to see him.
A lot of brothers also from Chicago just came and pulled up, man. And I mean,
Yes.
they made it there. And then shout out to the ones from Detroit, and especially I got to give a shout out to brothers out of Indiana too, man. Like I said, they always there, making
Yes.
sure, I get to where I gotta get, man, make sure I get back safely. And they just stand up with me, man. enjoy the experiences together. That's why we travel like that, because we like to enjoy the experiences. We just want to meet our brothers and sisters, man. We just come in palms up. You look at brothers and sisters in the other communities, like these are distant cousins. Like when you
Yeah,
grow up, you like I'm
yeah,
going down
like a
south to
family
meet my cousin.
reunion. That's how I be feeling at every
Yeah,
demonstration. Like I'm going to a family reunion.
yeah.
You know what
So
I'm saying? And you know them cousins that you ain't never met. Auntie Susie's son on the third cousin side. Woo, woo,
yeah,
woo. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, yes, yes.
That's the joy
It's,
of. That's why I be excited when I go places, man, to meet some of the family. I'm like, man,
yes,
I just want to go eat and enjoy some time with my family, man, because we all came up, one form of fashion. This flag, we all went through something to keep this
yes,
flag planted in the ground. So
for sure.
want to meet my fellow soldiers, brothers and sisters. So I'm not there for nothing else, man. We can't eat together, we can't build together. So man, y'all have barbecues, invite us, man, because we just want to come pray and eat.
That's right.
Yeah, we want to pray and eat, man. Like I said, Troll, shout out to him, man. What you think about that Prince mansion?
Woo,
VIP.
woo. Okay, before we go there, AB said Black Sam was a different monster. I believe you.
And look,
I believe you.
absolutely.
Kelly say, I love my brother Swift, brother Brad, aka Swift. See, D-Rod say, same here, brother Swift. We got a lot of comments. So I don't want nobody to think we leaving them out. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much that we trying to get into this 1 hour space. I thank y'all all for y'all patience.
Love
Peace
y'all.
and love, beloved man. When I say stories, love you, sir, and Pops, truly. For sure. He taught so much wisdom. He definitely did. He would always drop some gems and then come behind it with some crazy stuff. So now I'm pondering what he done already said to me, right? Because he always dropping something. And then he'll say something crazy. So in the midst of me pondering, because I'm a thinker, he'll say something crazy and I just bust up laughing, like, what?
Right.
Now, where did it come from?
Right. Right.
Oh, woo. you know, but I thank God for him. And I
Right.
think, and it's unfortunate that sometimes funerals bring us together like family reunions. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And but with his death, I gained a whole new family.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna always look at Bucks, AB, Sister Sister Chaz, even Sister Sasha, Minister Sharif's fiance when he passed away. I'm going Kia, man. I said Reverend McAfee, Akeem. There were so many others. If I forgot your name, if I didn't mention it, charge it to my head and not my heart, because I truly, truly, felt the love this weekend. And Brother Dre with that Prince demo,
Ooh,
bro, they was booked, y'all. They was booked. They took us in the back door.
back up.
We got it when we was in there, and we got a wonderful tour. I like I said, go to my Facebook page. All the pictures is on there. But man, we definitely had a lot. I gotta close out, but I have one more question for you, Swift.
Mm-hmm.
Before we close out, let me get this question out the way. Okay, let me see. Okay. Chief Swift, when history tells the story of Minister of Command, Chief Sharif L., 50 years from now, what do you believe it must not leave out?
The fact that he had a quality about himself, he was able to peep out who was the leader, who was it, right? Because a lot of people, a lot of our leaders, man, even like myself, for instance, a lot of people that I meet, they think they just leaders. And my ability is to see the leadership role in them instead of them trying to pour it on me. And I think Sharif was just a master craftsman at picking the right leaders through all the different people that was surrounding him, you know. And I never thought, me being from where I'm at, that he would actually see that in me, not even knowing me, my history, my background. So I just want people to, like I said, we have to go back into all the things he did for the community and what he stood for. He stood for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
Oh my.
Don't take that away from him down the line because y'all letting somebody else give a narrative about him. If y'all ever met him, been in the presence of him, y'all will be able to see the impact that how he shaped and molded brothers AB and Buck and all them, even myself, man. And don't take that away from Sharif, man. If y'all didn't get the chance to know him or meet him, um, get the chance to know and meet me. Get the chance to go down to Minnesota and know and meet them brothers because we are the direct descendants and reflection of the good things that Sharif instilled in us. So for the next 50 years, my job, as he made me one of his lawyers, I'll say, or deacons to the or ministers to the letter, is to go out there and give his message. So I have to find the right person also to instill the same qualities in him. So for the next 50 years, we have more people that's going to be recognized up under that cloth that came from that vision of what he instilled in me. So man, I'm just, let's just keep moving in the right ways in the science of what he laid down, and that's the only way we can honor him. If we start today, then there's going to be somebody else 5 years from there, 10 years from now, 15 years, and we get to that 50 when we no longer here, keeping his legacy alive. So man, just get to know me and these brothers in Minnesota, these sisters in Minnesota that's been around him, and get the real story about the way we carry ourselves. Because my story, my life, the way I walk, talk, came from Sharif when we talking about this Vice Lord Nation.
Almighty. Almighty. Palms up to that. Okay, you guys, I thank you all for watching. We have come to the end of this road. But Brother Swift has some obituaries. If anybody needs an obituary, inbox me. I will get them off to you. We only got about 20, 30 more, so it ain't that many. But if you want one, please hit the inbox. Facebook, Frederica Honey Turner. I definitely have some, and I want to get them out to you guys. If you want them, inbox me. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate your time, Brother Swift. We're finna close out. Don't disconnect. Thank you guys so much. Please continue to support the channel. If the spirit moves you, bless the box. $ ChiTownHoney 247. Anything is, I appreciate all the support. So even if you don't support me financially, share this podcast, subscribe to the channel, support my mission, support the movement. There's so much more to come. I thank you all. I love you, and you guys have a blessed evening. Peace and love.
Well, Sharif, love you.
Love you, Sharif.
ChiTownHoney, culture connects. Real life talk, real stories, real people. From the city lights to the hard days too. Every conversation got a deep